Hey, this is Matt once again, and welcome back to another video. And the reason I laughed there is my friend Efree requested this one because he's a big Crow fan. I know he saw the new Crow film; he didn't like it either. He said, "Oh yeah, there's another Crow thing that I want you to watch. As I saw this a while ago, and it was so boring as hell." So, get to see two bad Crow films in 1 year. But this is thanks to Efree. Thank you so much for that, my friend. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, PayPal is usually the best bet. CashApp I have as well. People have asked about that. I do have a Patreon, but PayPal is usually the best bet. It could be for a movie review, a re-review, a topic, a tier list, ranking, video game playthrough for an hour, full playthrough, movie news, whatever the case may be. I'll get to as soon as I can. Thank you. The Crow 2022 fan film. Now, I know you go on YouTube, you look at the comments, everybody is just praising the fan film. And I think the fan film, it's trying to be a very artsy-fartsy, pretentious, dramatic version of The Crow. Almost like if A24 did The Crow, almost. Because one of those things where it's very boring. There's really next to no action. At times it can be needlessly confusing. It's way too overlong. I don't know if this is true, but I heard that this was supposed to be a short film at first. If that's the case, then it should have stayed that way. And here's the thing. There is stuff I liked about this. I think the lead guy's not that bad, if given better material. I do think for a fan film, there's some pretty good looking shots. Again, for however low a budget this fan film was. In the third act, there's a couple intriguing ideas or choices that I liked. And that was more than I saw in the new movie from 2024. So, I mean, if you're asking me honestly, I would rather watch this than The Crow 2024. And yes, I would rather watch this than City of Angels and Wicked Prayer. And I know my friend Efree will disagree, but I don't like any of those movies. The Crow film I liked, Salvation I barely remember. What I remember about the pilot of The Crow, Stairway to Heaven, I didn't mind for what it was. But City of Angels, I hate. I hate that film. I think it sucks. I think the action pretty much sucks. Visit Perez sucks. The ending sucks. The look of the film, I mean, I'm not gonna know about everything looking piss yellow. Got a couple good songs, is almost all I can say about that. I know it has a cult following, I have no idea why. Visit Perez is fucking shit. I'm sorry, he's one of the worst troll films. And With Your Prayer, Edward Furlong looks like a femboy in that movie. He looks like a femboy, and David Angel is going to bend him over and fuck him in the ass. I mean, he looks like a femboy. I'm sorry, Eddie Furlong, he does. And Dennis Hopper was embarrassing in that movie. And those movies had more budget than this, and they should know better. They have studio backing, they have bigger budgets, they have more professional people involved and actors. They should know better than this. So I'm giving leniency to a fan film because it's a fan film. It's not people who are professional, who didn't, are not in the film circuit, the Hollywood circuit. They don't have all the budget. So there's that. So yes, again, I would rather watch this than 2024 because the lead guy wasn't too bad and there's a couple of interesting ideas in this. But I still think this sucks. I think it sucks, just like I think Salvation I don't remember. But there's only need to be one Crow film, even fan film wise. And this is a very boring movie. And from the get-go, where it's doing the opening thanks or special thoughts, memories, credits, it'll credit a couple people, including Brandon Lee. I did see people that died, but no Michael Massey. Why would we not credit Michael Massey? Because he shot Brandon Lee? He didn't do it on purpose. He was given the gun. It was their job to look at it. He wasn't even supposed to have the gun that day. Someone else was supposed to. Someone tells you, okay, take this, and yep, everything's fine, and you trust the person, and you look at interviews with the guy, and you tell he felt guilty till the day he died. And I feel bad for the guy. And that's why I'm doing this. My heart aches for that guy. And you don't even give him a credit? Piss on you. How about that? And piss on this fan film. Because even though I say there's a couple ideas I don't mind, would I ever watch this film? Hell no. Even for a fan film, hell no. Even that Stream Legacy with all the flaws, I'd rather watch that again. There was a Casey Jones fan film I saw years ago. I'd rather watch that one than this one. Never Hiked Alone. I don't like the people involved, but I'd rather watch that. Never Hiked Alone 2. Not Never Hiked in the Snow. That sucks. But the second one, the actual second one, that I'd rather watch than this, even though I have a lot of flaws with that. And then from the beginning, it's like voices. We don't know who the hell the voices are. Maybe one of them's a Skull Cowboy. I don't know. We never know who the hell they are. We never see them. It gets needlessly confusing. There's been an upset. One has been brought back. But like, who the hell's talking? Who the hell are you? What the hell's going on? Okay? Voices and nothing on the screen. I'm like, okay, this is being very pretentious and being artsy. Okay. Then our lead character gets out of the trunk. If you watch the film, you'd rather go back in the trunk. But that's what I mean, like, okay, and it barely gives you answers going forward. Because he keeps having these visions, and he already has the makeup on, and he's looking around, wandering around. Because if you have a cheap budget, I mean, this is better than Spider-Man Lotus, where Spider-Man wandered around and cried for 2 hours. So I'd rather watch this than that. This reminds me of Spider-Man Lotus, where just have someone wander around for a long time and cry. Because that's cheap to film. So that doesn't really the most interesting thing to sit through and see. Just saying. Maybe for 5 minutes, sure. For a whole movie, not really. And then there are times where it's just, he's like out of it, dazed. He looks at a woman who's also got makeup on. Like she's trying to be Harley Quinn. And then he sees an empty sidewalk. Then there's a clip of an eyeball. Then there's a lighthouse. Then there's a voice saying, we can take you there. Then someone goes, where is she? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, what is going on? Why is this needlessly confusing? But he's seen flashbacks to him and his girlfriend at this lake house, where the girlfriend's brother lives at too. But again, the editing, it'll go from them sleeping together, then the next thing they're outside, and she's all, you see him in there? He took my shoes. Who took your shoes, lady? Who? Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny? Who took your shoes? Was it Rupert Sanders? Does he's pissed everyone didn't see his crappy movie? He said everyone go outside. Yeah, so Rupert Sanders could go steal your shoes. I don't know what the hell's going on, dude. A little bit of context. I knew. Well, you just want to be led by the hand. I want a point. I want some kind of cohesiveness. I mean, episodes of Twin Peaks are getting more understandable than this. What are you doing? And this seems like a lot of this could be cut out if it was a short film. If it was a short film where he wakes up out of the trunk and he wanders around, and then he maybe has some flashbacks to the lake house where he's being lovey-dovey with the girl, and then goes into him getting revenge, and then some of the ideas I'll mention later on that I didn't mind, then okay. As a short film, it would have worked a lot better. But it's like, oh, I don't know if they got more funding, which was a mistake. Just more money does not mean a better movie. Sometimes more money is the enemy of imagination. And this is a short film that made the biggest mistake of trying to go 90 minutes long. Now, I say the biggest mistake, but most people love this, so I'm one of the few that did not like it. So the two characters are Dean and Samantha. I guess apparently because the maker of the fan film is a big fan of Supernatural, and those characters are Dean and Sam. So here, Dean and Samantha. I don't know what else he's thinking because these two are kissing, so I don't know, maybe he wanted those characters of Supernatural to kiss, although they're brothers, so that'd be pretty weird. So I don't know, I mean, did he have like sexual fantasies of Dean and Sam getting it on? He's like, I could do it here. I'm just, it's called jokes, folks, it's called jokes. And then Samantha has a brother. Now, I don't know what the hell's wrong with the brother. The movie, I swear to God, never explains what's wrong with the brother. If it did, I'm sorry that I missed it. Some say he's deaf, but if he's deaf, why does he have headphones? I guess he's mentally ill, mentally special, I guess. Was he born that way? Was it an incident? Maybe it's Maybelline? I don't know. The movie never explains it. And to be perfectly honest, this character is completely pointless. Because all that happens, just to get spoilers, to get to that character, that brother character, to jump ahead, the lead guy wants to bond with him, but that guy freaks out. The guy's like, well, am I hurting him? Am I doing something wrong? Oh, it's not your fault. Well, it seems like I'm the third wheel. No, you're not the third wheel. So the lead guy means well. Dean means well. Sam says, no, it's not your fault. Then there's like another flashback where the three of them are at a club. I guess it's around Halloween time. That's why they got the makeup on. And some jerkwads, dickweeds, are messing with Samantha. And she, is being pretty much attacked. Dean helps her. They get out. They leave the brother there saying we'll come back for him. They make a run for it. These yahoos find them in an alley, shoot the girl, and I already knew this, but it's supposed to be this big surprise later on that, of course, they killed the guy. But again, later on, it's like, oh, they killed you. I'm like, no kidding. I guessed that already. But the brother character, there's a police officer who is also completely pointless. He did not need to be in the film. Who just looks at a crime scene and stares. He drives around in his car. He picks up the brother. Hey, I'm going to take care of you. This is going to take care of you. They drive some more. They drive to the building where the third act happens. The cop gets taken hostage. And the lead guy, Dean, beats the hell out of the bad guy. Well, doesn't beat him, but grabs him. Ready to do almost like the penitent stare from Ghost Rider. Well, not quite, but And then the cop goes, you get out of here. And then the brother, Samantha's brother, comes in and picks up a cowboy hat. So again, the brother character could be completely thrown out. The police officer could be completely thrown out. They added nothing. They had nothing to the character, they added nothing to the story. They had nothing to the plot. They were just there to fill a 90-minute running time that this did not need to be. At least half of this you cut out. In fact, that could be the challenge, is to take this and edit out at least half of it. I definitely think you would get a better movie out of it. I really do. Because again, those superfluous characters. And I know that was the wrong word to use. I'm being pretentious and stupid, just like this movie. The tears are just pointless and unneeded, and I don't know why they're there in the first place. So, like I said, Dean is having all these visions about what happened to him, about spending time with the love of his life, who is pregnant at this point. When they get to the club, is oh, I knew something I wanted to forget. In the club, some jagoff starts singing the Stone Temple Pilots' "Big Empty." Type of take a ride, ba do 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 do, ba da 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 da. Leave that song alone. I know you want to do your homage to the first film. Just don't. I mean, a lot of fan films do it because, hey, they're fans of the film and they want to honor it. I understand that. I do. It's just I don't like this, and I thought it was a bad cover, and I can't sing either, but this guy couldn't sing either. And then also, the bad guy, they do the deed, all that stuff happens, I mentioned, in the club, they run out, they get killed. The four bad guys, they go to their hideout, and there is a literal goof left in the movie. A literal flub. The bad guy is trying to say that I want 5 fucking seconds of silence. But he blew it where he says, I want 5 fucking silence. Seconds. He meant to say seconds, but he said silence first. So he's like, I want 5 fucking seconds. And they left it in. That was a flip, and they left it in the damn movie. Now again, it's a fan film. I know it's. If it was like a big budget $50 million movie, I would be even more laughing at it. But like, come on, man. You know that was a flub. Just take it out then. It's not like you need him to yell 5 seconds. It's not like that was a needed plot point or anything. Or do a second take. Or an ADR or something, man. And why are they watching Adam West Batman episodes? It did not fit. It's supposed to be this serious, contemplative crow movie about the ideals of the mind and the heart. And then your backers are watching Adam West, campy Batman episodes. Why? I don't know, that'd be like, I'm trying to think of like a show. If Breaking Bad, I watched some of that. One day they started watching the Garbage Pail Kids movie. I'm like, why? Or I don't know. I'm trying to think of a film like The Batman. The new one that came out a few years ago. If all of a sudden, Howard the Duck starts playing, and you're like, what the hell with the titties? You're like, what the fuck? That was playing the theater when Batman's parents, when he left the theater and his parents got shot. They were watching Howard the Duck, and they saw the tits and they said it's time to leave. Again, like this, the third act, there's some stuff I didn't mind, but the first half of this was excruciating to watch because nothing happened. All the stuff I mentioned, so okay, nothing good happened. It'll go back and forth to the flashback with him at the lake house with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend will say, sometimes you want to die. And he asks, well, why you want to die? Legitimate question. And she goes, it doesn't matter. Then why'd you bring it up in the first place? And then she's like, yeah, real love lasts forever. I'm like, she blew a raspberry at that? At the idea that real love lasts forever, she blows a raspberry at that? Wow, this is such a keeper of a woman, man. So then it gets to the second half of the film where finally the crow, well, finally the lead is going to do something. And I didn't understand 100% what was going on. But I guess as the crow, you can, or the, I don't know, whoever gave you the power, I don't know, can make people have visions like other people. Because like the one guy, he starts seeing a group of people whose eyes look like flashlights. They look like one of those horror video games that PewDiePie or Markiplier and those guys play on YouTube. Like wannabe Slender Man, you know, but they have these flashlight eyes. They have those instead, and I'm like, what the hell is this? One guy he shoots, the lead guy. One guy he slams his head against the table, which I didn't mind that. I didn't mind the way that was edited because I thought the editing kind of threw in the tension of the scene, and it's in correspondence to him remembering that this guy was slammed the trunk on his body. So it's like, you do that to me, I'm going to do this to you. And because of the way it's edited, like you can see a little bit of the practical blood where the guy's face is no more. It's very brief, but I'm like, okay, I didn't mind that. It was done practically, and I appreciate that. I mean, hell, the new Crow, everything was done CGI, so it's like to see one thing done practical. I felt the brutality of it. I don't mind that death scene. Him slamming this guy against this table over and over again. Him and his stupid mohawk. So one guy is incognito, one guy is shot, one guy gets his head slammed, and then we have the last guy left. And I'm sitting at the running time going, there's only one guy left. Why is there so long of a running time left? So he chases the guy to the rooftop. He's fighting the bad guy, but then the bad guy's kicking his ass. And this was an interesting idea, but I remember being confused at first. Because they start teleporting where they're in this spot, then they're in this spot, and then they're in the daytime, then they're over here. I mean, what the hell is going on? Then they're back in the club. But I guess the idea is that whatever those voices are that our lead guy's hearing, and the powers of the crow, which you barely see a crow, or whatever bird they used, because I don't think you can train crows, so raven, whatever they use, you barely see one. I guess it's these mind games. It's playing these mind games to mess with the person, would make the guy go more and more crazy until, boom, he's able to shoot the guy. I like that idea. If it was done better, of course. But I do like that idea. I mean, if you took it where, okay, I'm going to show you like where I was with my lady, and I'm drawing your ass in the lake, and then we're at this location, then I'm going to slam your head against the trunk, but he's feeling it in his mind, just not his body, but in his mind he's feeling the pain, and that grows to the torture that I can make this last however long as you want, because I'm dead. We could take this, a day, a week. In real time, it'll be a minute or two, but in here, it'll make it feel like a week. Like a good guy version of Freddy Krueger. Like, imagine, hey, this is the Spear Road asshole, no one can see us. I mean, Freddy's dreams, but I mean, like, in your mind, like, I don't hurt you in your mind, I don't wreck you. And it's gonna last a long time, but, In reality, it's going to be like 2 minutes, but we could do this a whole week in your mind. That could be interesting if done, in a better movie, and like have go to each section, and like here's the lake house that we have memories of, and we're going to drown his ass. Then here's the trunk, we're going to slam it on your ass. Then here's this place we went, the club. Then I'm throwing you against everything, and now all these people are hitting you. You can feel it. I mean, so I like the idea behind it, but I think it could have been done a lot better. And the lead guy, he acts and looks better than the emo Steve-O and the 2024 Crow. He looked more of a guy than the Eddie Furlong looked like a femboy in With Your Prayer. And then Vincent Perez, wherever the hell... At least I understood what the hell this guy was saying. I'm like, Vincent Perez... Because he's ass in that movie. I don't care what anyone says. You agree, disagree, you die on the hill if you want. I do not like that film. At least it doesn't feel like a copy. Like the Crow City of Angels, I know it did things different, but it still felt like a copy of the original. I know that makes no sense, but this didn't feel like a copy. And I kind of appreciate that too. And then the fourth guy, after he shoots that guy, the cop comes up. And then that fourth guy that saw the weird things, apparently those weird things didn't do anything to him. Except I guess scare him. I thought it was going to be like Ghost, where, at the end of Ghost, where they take him and pull him and, like they did Tony Goldwyn. Remember at the end of Ghost? No, not the case here. He freaks out, he takes a cop hostage, and then the lead guy goes up and... I thought I was going to do like the Penitent Stare, the Ghost Rider, Nicolas Cage film. Instead, he makes him see the family that the lead guy lost. The future that he lost. I could have had, you've been with my wife, and look at our daughter. This is what my daughter could have been. I don't get to see her, she doesn't get to grow up. So he's making this guy see the life and the future that he took from the lead guy, as making the bad guy cry, make the guy sad and stuff, until he finally, I think, like, stabs the hell out of him and something. So I like the idea. I like the idea of showing this bad guy the future you took from me, and you don't even remember, and they don't even know her name. I like that concept. Again, I like the concept of messing with the guy's mind and going through all these different locations. I like the concept at the end where the wife isn't dead. That she was shot, she was wounded, but I don't know the baby. There's a news program. I don't think they say anything about the baby. I could be wrong. They said that she's going to live. I don't know about the baby. Because again, I don't remember them saying anything about the baby. I'm assuming it lived. But he sees that his wife, his girlfriend is alive. The writing of that girl character wasn't bad. Switch that. Her acting wasn't bad. I'm not sure about the writing of her character. But I think those two actually had better chemistry than Miss Twigs and Berries and Steve-O Emo and the 2024 film. That's sad. This fan film had better chemistry than those two. So again, there's interesting ideas in this, in the third act. I think most of that third act should have been the short fan film. I think maybe it's so long, and maybe because you have this other place shortened, work on those ideas a bit more. Don't have obvious flubs like people screwing up their lines in it. Making this a 90-minute film was a bit mistake in my opinion. Having this useless cop and the useless brother character, both are unneeded, they do nothing for the story. The end of the film, he's gone, and then there's all this dialogue from the other voices that we never know really who they are. Like, we never get a good sense of who they are. these other voices. I think one is the Skull Cowboy, because he mentions something about himself staying too long and rotting away and stuff and blah blah blah. But it's like we don't really get to know much of this. Doesn't that? I don't think that stuff was that properly explained. You never see them either. Which is sad. I mean, to explain would have made it even longer. Maybe have less wandering around and crying, and instead take some of those moments to fluff up these voices and who the hell they were. It's like I said, sometimes it was just confusing and it didn't need to be. I didn't know what the hell was going on. That stuff, even though it's a pretty decent looking fan film, even though the lead dies, I don't think it's that bad. Even though it's got some interesting shots and ideas in the third act, it's way too long. It's needlessly confusing. Has unneeded characters like the cop or the brother character that serve no purpose. The action is nothing. There's barely any action, and a teeny bit is there. There's nothing memorable or nothing to even talk about of note. Even the little fight where they're going in different locations. The different locations was the intriguing part of it to me, not the actual fight. The choreography, there's nothing to the choreography. There was really no choreography. Shoving and there's nothing to it. And oh, you're being too harsh. No, I saw a Mad Max fan film and that was pretty good. Never Hiked Alone. Again, I don't like the people who made it, but that was good. What was the damn... I cannot believe I forgot the damn movie. Kung Fury. Can't believe I forgot. Yeah, that was a fan film, and that was really good. So these fan films can be good. And I know some people liked it. I don't get why. I don't get why. The music... I don't remember a damn thing about the music other than someone doing a bad cover version of a Stone Temple Pilots song. And it's just a boring movie. Especially the first half. Just a boring movie. And that's the thing. Like, The Crow, like, I see you tell, I'm not a big fan of the franchise The Crow. Except the first movie. Again, the Mark Dacascos bits I saw, I didn't mind. Crow's Ovation... Maybe one day I need to give that film another shot. I just remember being kind of forgettable. But even then I remember not hating as much as 2 or 4. I mean, if I'm ranking these right now, The Crow 1 is the only great one. Then maybe Crow Stairway to Heaven, at least Mark Dacascos. Then... this or Salvation, because I don't remember Salvation. And then honestly, City of Angels, 2024. What Your Prayer is probably still the worst for me. Because Edward 2020, they're both shit. I mean, they're both horrible. What Your Prayer, Eddie Furlong was the worst Crow I've ever seen. Like, Bill Skarsgård was bad, Vezza Perez was horrible, but Eddie Furlong was the worst Crow I've ever seen. He looked like he weighed $80, or he weighed $80. He weighed 80 pounds, and he paid $80 to get those pounds. Or he paid them $80 to star in the film, because no one else wanted to. Junky crackhead to star in the movie. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, maybe Edward Furlong's a good guy and he cleaned up. Congrats. But there's a point he was a crackhead junkie. Sorry, it's just the truth. But yeah, this can't rain all the time, right? Sometimes all you need is one film, even with a fan film. So there's two crappy troll films I've seen in 1 year. This at least had a couple interesting ideas that deserve a much better movie. Now again, it's a fan film. That's why I'm. Some would go, "You're being lenient." Well, I mean, in my view of lenient, I'm not punching something. But I still think the 2024 film is worse because I had $50 million to work with. This didn't have $50 million where you could hire someone to rewrite the script and rewrite some stuff and work on some ideas and work on fight scenes and stuff and time. So the Troll 2024 had more reasons to be decent when you have that much money involved. This cost probably, I don't know, a couple $1,000 probably. I don't know how much it cost. I don't care. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. And we'll see you guys later. Bye for now.